Drives in there with him. They get a little loose. Around they go. Jimmy Johnson was keeping the green pin down to the bottom, wasn't giving him much room, and spun both cars out. Whoa, there he goes.
Oh, Bickles around, and Earnhardt got him, and up and over goes the 21 of Quaffle.
Another Richard Childress car, and this one is upside down.
Ninth caution, lap 183, so close to the finish, and yet so far.
I believe Jeff Hammond has some kind of a weather forecast.
He does?
Yeah. Steve, Darrell.
Oh, cars in the wall.
Car wall.
Couple of cars.
That's Jack Sprague.
Oh, man.
The points leader, Jack Sprague. Larry Foyt hits the wall.
He come out of the grass.
Bobby Hamilton Jr.'s involved.
Many.
Ashton Lewis. The 46, Ashton Lewis Jr. Lap 82, caution out for the 5th time.
He didn't want to be the meat in the sandwich there. Looks like he got out of the gas and the back end snapped around him. Boy, that was a very hard hit. You saw the back tires come up off the ground. That was a hard hit.
Problems in turn 3 and 4. Scott Riggs gets spun around. And that will bring out the caution, and Scott Riggs staying, almost out of trouble. But there, the 22 coming in, Regan Smith.
But they're still spinning here on the front stretch.
Casey Atwood getting spun around. Boyd Gibbs trying to get back out of the grass. Todd Bodine caught up in that in the 92.
Another look here on Blake Feast. Heads
There he
off
is right
turn
there.
1.
That's Blake, the 87 car right there going down in turn 1. He just got loose all by himself, Randy.
It looked like he's seen a little bit of sparks. I talked to the track owners. Soft walls are coming, but they're not here yet.
You know what might have happened is he bottomed out. That's not uncommon right here. They start with the tires being a little bit lower in air pressure than you would because for a long run, the car's going a little harder. They bottom out. It makes them get loose. Here's a replay of the wreck that just happened.
It's already gone. He's already up against the wall.
It's the tail end of the wreck right here. Look up high. You see the flame right there on the right-hand side of your screen. There's Buckshot's car.
Heavy fire on that race car. And Randy, as you talked about, at this point in time, now you're trying to get all your safety harnesses off, the belts, the hoses.
You're encapsulated in this thing now. I mean, we found out, the safety industry, that you don't want to move at all in these race cars.
Here's on board Michael Waltrip's car.
It's right in front of Michael. We have a front view.
And the 17 of Johnny Benson will bring out the caution. The sixth caution.
That's a hard hit right there.
What a break for the 5 car and 21 car.
His window net's down that you see. That's a signal for that the driver's okay.
That's a big hit right there.
Here's a replay of the 17's wreck. There we see him right there. Boom. That looks to me like a blown tire coming out of turn number 2 right there, just straight into the wall.
And that would be a whole lot easier a hit with a safer bearing.
That's the 27 of David Green. Look to your left of your screen. See, Michael is by himself. He gets loose. Going to make some pretty hard contact with the outside wall. David Green made a pretty nice move to avoid him, and Greg Biffle made a nice move to avoid David Green. There's a 21. That's the orange car left of your screen. See the 50. Look at, he looks to the inside, doesn't quite get there, but makes some contact with the back of the 58. Tim Fedowa, look, he made some contact with the 58, made some contact with Tim Fedowa. Tim turned around. He's going to back up into the wall here.
Yeah, Tim just didn't have anywhere to go on that in that particular case. On the 21, probably, this few laps into the race, what Jeff Fuller was trying to do was trying to avoid hitting Jason Leffler. You're thinking it looks like there's a lot of time to make decisions here, but this is a split-second decision, from Jeff Fuller to come. If you'll notice, as he comes into the picture here, he's heading right for the door for Jason Leffler, decides to make a hard left to miss contact with Jason Leffler, and went right into the inside wall, hit it, at exactly the wrong spot where that opening is on that flat contact.
Like you're saying, Hermie, he did a great job to miss that. You can see how fast they're going right here.
You look at that at speed.
Ton
It
of
just
speed.
yeah,
A
at speed
ton
it
of speed.
really puts it into perspective.
Take a look at what happened here. He's going to be left of your screen.
Wow.
Looks like he was by himself. He just got loose at that very, very troublesome spot getting in turn number 3. Remember, that's where the transition from straightaway to corner, the bank really doesn't seem to start quick enough. You have a tendency to get loose right in that area, and that looks like that may have been what happened to Reed Sorensen.
And he just went 3 wide, trying to get along the outside of the 56 car, and just ran out of room. Classic case. What we saw earlier in the event, first couple laps, matter of fact.
Extending lap after lap, and yeah, there was nobody around him. He didn't get any push.
Well, Brad Coleman, if he can get the tires cleaned off and get a good restart.
He's on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, you can see he's right down on that white line. That car just got out from under him right there.
Well, they said it was loose.
Yeah, you don't know if the left front wheel maybe touched the apron just a little bit, de-wedged the car, which makes it real loose, or what happened, but that was just a freak deal right there. You hardly ever see Kyle Busch just spinning out in something like this, but way loose.
Now watch the right side of your screen.
And you see Michael McDowell going around. Don't know if there was contact. Hard to tell from that angle whether Townley got into the back of McDowell, but see here.
No, it looks like he just got
McDowell
loose.
just got loose in front of John West Townley.
And Townley was just a victim.
Wrong place, wrong time.
It was not John West Townley's fault this time. He just got taken out accidentally.
See all the cones flying through the air.
Great side-by-side battle there. The one of
Whoa,
the
there they go.
Hang on to it. Hang on to it.
That was arrow loose right there. I know you hate it when I say that word, but that's what it was.
And Mike Bliss, who was 6th in the point standings, now ends up nosed into the wall here with 18 laps to go.
Well, just hard racing right here. These two guys are going at it. They got just a little too close together.
Terrible good thing is on the start, man.
Heard him say it's terrible on the restarts. I guess a lot of drivers complained about until the tire pressures come up, these cars are all over the racetrack.
Yeah, these two cars have been racing each other for quite a few laps. That's Coleman Presley on the outside. Like Mawson got just in the left rear of Coleman Presley. Man, the car went around on him hard.
He was running 15th at the time and coming off an 11th place finish last week in his Nationwide Series debut at Nashville. Look at Michael Annett diving down the low side. We got 3 wide. That's Menard in the middle. Look out! They're going around. Whoa! Oh man, Michael Annett gets swept up.
Got the left rear pretty good.
3 really good cars. Guys, cautions breed cautions. And intensity level sky high right now with this weather coming in.
Bringing it back to you hard right side, damn it.
Laps running down.
Goes down into turn 3 and 4, up the racetrack a little bit. Just gets to hopping a little bit, bounces loose. He tried his best to keep it off the wall, but there just was no way, so they will have to go to a backup car without any laps of practice until they drop the green flag.
And once again, guys, this looks bad right now for the number 18, but we've seen this happen before. Sometimes when this guy's back is up against the wall, he's at his best.
Oh, he is definitely at his best. And again, that car, he came in and carried a lot of speed, and all of a sudden that thing just hopped up the racetrack and he lost grip.
He's going to get turned from the right rear there. That's Charles Lewandowski in that 40 car. Oh, that inside wall.
Wow. Hard hitting that safer barrier. See him down there. He talked about how much character this racetrack has. Look right about the tunnel area, Jeff, and it's like more than likely the bumps induce that that looseness.
Yeah, I thought for sure there might be somebody, another car, a lap car, or something involved. But you can see here, this track will get even the very best.
Yeah, you don't see this very often.
Hang on.
Matt was running 5th at the time.
Get really narrow-minded.
How about 4 wide?
Well, that's an example.
Chase Pistone into the back of Eric McClure's car and sent him straight into the wall.
Yeah, you get paid to be selfish late in the race, but you got to be reasonable also. 4 wide's not going to work.
See how the corner squares off?
Yeah, it looks wide going in, doesn't it?
Well, it's completely different than getting into turn 1.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's see exactly where this started. Looks like Chastain got high, and then things started happening from there as others started to check up a little bit.
Looks like the 88 was involved, Ben Rhodes, and I also look.
Down on the inside, trying to make a pass. Happens so many times. We talk about it. It isn't just into the corner, but you get that side by side. You're losing the same air off your spoiler there. Your car's already a little bit free. Not able to get it slowed down before he hits the safer barrier on the inside.
Caution is out. Poole in the 42 slides up. Nowhere to go for the 0. Oh, man, and Rhodes goes right into him. And the fluids coming out of the bottom. This one's going to take a little while to clean up. We're under caution. Here's a look at Poole.
And that's kind of strange where that car went down. Almost looks like something broke on the car there. Harrison Rhodes coming in, nowhere to go. And sometimes you get hit. It's not the bumps or anything else. You can see the contact with 14 of Kel Conley. This is just racing. You know, you've got to be aware and try to be aware as much as you can of everything and everybody that's all around you.
Take a look. It's already happened down to the inside, I think, is the 07 of Black.
Yeah, it could have possibly been contact there between the 07 and the 52.
Again, behind this group, we catch it late.
And it looked like Jones had nowhere to go.
Look to the right of the screen.
See if there's contact maybe. Yeah, there was some contact, I believe, there from the 88 of Josh Berry. So I don't think it had anything to do with the speedy drive, other than maybe if Josh Berry got to his right front end there and couldn't get turned and looked like he got into the left rear.
Whoa, around goes Hornish.
Hang on to it, Sam. Hang on to it.
And Justin Allgaier gets into him off the corner. Chase contender Allgaier in trouble.
Justin Allgaier was in that position because they were 3 wide going down into turn 1. Nobody really gave there. He ended up on the outside with really nowhere to go. Blaney able to take the lead. Oh, here goes Jones.
Jones is around. He takes Dillon up to the wall. Caution out again, and 2 strong Chase contenders have crashed.
Yeah, and this is getting up to speed. He hasn't made a full lap yet, so that's one issue that he has, and you can see just how quickly it gets away. You start that little wiggle right in the middle, hard to save it. No grip once you get out of the groove, too.
One more angle. Here's Brandon Brown. DJ said on the warm-up lap, that's coming out of turn 4. Actually, that's in the middle of turn 4.
The 18 car, he looks like he gets really slow right here, and I think that just stacks everybody up behind.
You see the 62 gets the first car spun around. I'm not sure the 18 gets slower, just doesn't go. It looks to me like the rest of the field tries to time the restart and accelerate into the back of the front row. And
he went when the flag went, though. The flag's waving, and remember, at the initial start of the race, there is no restart zone. Right. It's the initial start of the race. It's the flagman dropping the green flag. So he's on the outside lane on top of his teammate. Just no grip there. He's trying to keep pace, trying to get in front of Daniel Hemrick, and just wasn't any grip.
Back on the gas right there on that outside.
Question. You're in the throttle, carrying a lot of speed, and we talked about that second groove. We just haven't seen it come in yet. He's probably a little bit loose start of a run. If you're not loose on the start of the runs, on repaves especially, you're going to be way tight later in the run, probably a little looser than he wanted to be, and just trying to carry that speed.
35 of Joey Gase, and he was racing hard with the 5 of Michael Annett. Maybe patience ran out here between the two.
These two guys racing hard, then driving down into turn 3. You see Annett underneath Gase, and they make contact. That's what caused Gase to go around and get into the wall.
And with all that damage, Joey Gase went back into the garage.
You can see his cars, looks like they make contact right here, and then he starts to get loose and overcorrects, and big impact.
Yeah, watch the left front.
Right up front. See, it's... And then he slid up right in it.
right in his tire track, so I don't know if something was leaking or I don't know about that.
Yeah, look at that left front. That's fluid.
Yeah, he's got fluid. He's slipping the fluid, I would say.
What a crazy start to this race. The problems without. Nice job by Annette to get around, but Brandon Jones just could not avoid it.
Terrible luck right there. Unfortunate for everybody. You don't want to do that first corner like that.
7th of the night. Oh, hate that. Just talked about Colby Howard, and he's obviously gotten into the wall. Tires look up. I wondered if that contact maybe had cut a tire, but that would have been on the left side. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell by the damage. The left front fender's definitely got a lot of damage to it.
What do you do here, Chad? I mean, I'm looking at this, and we got 20 cars, more than 20 cars on the lead lap. Track position so big, 14 to go. Window net's down, so that's good for Howard there.
See him loose under him. His car on the outside got loose underneath of him, going for him. You're trying to make up time, you're out of time.
Jeez,
last
what
lap.
a hit.
That is a shot right there. That car completely off the ground.
And that's, Mario Goslin equipment, a team that doesn't have the resources and got to race again tomorrow night. Very difficult situation for them.
That was a shot. Neon's
Hang on, these
underneath of
boys
it.
are racing hard. Jones.
There goes Brandon Jones.
Man, we
for
were
a
just
second
talking him up.
straight night into the wall.
Man, we were just
that
talking
thing
him up.
snapped fast, really fast.
That is a treacherous turn 1 and 2. Man, there is no grip in the low groove down there. The kid's done a great job all night running third and then throws it away with the move down there.
In that huge lead. He didn't want to see that.
11 seconds, poof, gone. I mean, here we are side drafting, and Hemrick's not going to give up. Hemrick is going to side draft all the way down into turn 1. Jones wants to stay in the gas. He's got all that air pushing down on his nose, and now, boom.
Way it went.
That thing snapped quick, boy.
It definitely did, and that's just a product of that traction compound, that car on the outside. Very frustrating to be able to try to pass somebody like that. One groove racetrack. Unfortunately, probably should have been patient, didn't, and it bit him.
Lights under the 19, like what we'll see in the All-Star race, or maybe just a little different, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, man, I hated to see that. Kid did such a great job. I know he's going to be super frustrated.
But
another tore up race car.
I mean, it's 1 and 1A on the frustration meter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's frustrated, but so is Austin Cindric. He had that huge lead. The last thing he wanted to see is a caution. And here's Hemrick audio. He was racing with Brandon Jones when he went around.